Reddit posts being read out while there's like Minecraft videos in the background. So you kind of
Oh,
like
dude,
watch
actually,
it twice because
I tried your MACD hack. It works. The fries are resurrected. They are good. Welcome back, guys, to 11 o'clock with Yuvern.
and Jihan, the podcast where we talk about life, death, and everything in between.
Yes, welcome back, guys, to episode 2 of our revival.
So, Yuvan, sorry to cut you short, but I recently watched a show called Behind Her Eyes. Have you heard about it?
No, I haven't. Behind. Is it on Netflix, sir?
It's on Netflix. It's been out for a long time. It's been it's been there for I think
Okay.
2 years or something. And everyone was telling me to watch it. Everyone is like, "Gee, this show is like such a G show. It's such a U show. It will mind fuck you."
Okay.
But I just never got around to watching it. Yeah, if you have the chance, you should check it out.
What's it about? Without spoiling anything.
It's hard for me not to spoil it if I tell you what it's about. But essentially, it's a psychological thriller that revolves around
Okay.
this person, this mysterious person who seems to live beyond the ordinary, beyond the natural, within the supernatural.
Okay.
But it's never explicitly stated that this person is supernatural and leaves you thinking. And then finally, at the end of the show, there'll be an explanation to what has been going on. And I don't think anybody really sees it coming. For the people who have watched the show, I guess the entire plot by the fourth episode. Hate to break it to you, the show is predictable to some of us.
To be fair, not everyone has a psychology major to be able to think a certain way. I often try to shut my brain down whenever a show's running just so I can experience it. But we'll see lah.
But
I'll check it
isn't
out. Check it out.
but
I'm currently sorry.
but isn't me trying to figure out what's going on with the show also like me experiencing it?
I guess. But I sometimes just enjoy not thinking. Like so then so then maybe that's why.
Hey guys, if you
I'm just a guy.
if you ever need a personal accountant, I know a guy.
Oh man, I'm currently watching BoJack Horseman. I'm on the last season. I kind of like don't want it to end, but man, it's a good show. I'm late to the party lah, but oh what the hell, it's damn good.
Just based off the few episodes that I watched, I think it was like the first season or something that I watched. It was very like real, very like
Exactly.
reflective of real world shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of weird how something so like nonchalant can also like really hit you in the gut unexpectedly.
You also definitely need to watch The Last of Us if you haven't already.
Oh, I really need to. I really need to. It's just that it's on HBO Go, and I need to like sit in front of the TV because it's only logged in on the TV. But yes, it's on the watch list. It's on the first thing to watch.
Okay.
Pedro Pascal has like really brought bangers for like a few shows now. Narcos. I probably just butchered the name.
It is said on the internet that if your girl watches The Mandalorian and The Last of Us, she's not your girl. She's Pedro Pascal's girl.
I agree. Okay, but back to the episode today. Today we are not talking about movies. We're going to be talking about Chat GPT, or letting Chat GPT do the talking for us, I guess. Like guide us through our episode.
Yeah. So basically, the pretext is that we were trying to figure out what to talk about, and we're not very creative. We're not very creative people, Yuvan and I. We decided let's let.
These days.
It's been a lot, guys. It's been a lot. It's like the the universe is constantly trying to suppress our individuality, and
Yeah.
More often than not, we revert to ChatGPT to figure out even the most personal things in life, the most intimate.
Why am I sad?
Yeah, wasn't this what we wanted? Wasn't a one-stop solution to all our problems what we wanted?
Actually, I think I haven't been disappointed using ChatGPT so far. All the answers have been to par, if not better than I expect.
Are you using the free version of ChatGPT?
Yeah, are you using the paid version? Are you using-
You think what I got white people money for me to be paying for ChatGPT?
No, I'm on OpenAI. The try ChatGPT for free. Oh
You
man.
know, this is a trend. Just recently, I was thinking about this, and I'm sorry to segue once again, but uh, this trend, this whole Elon Musk uh, changing the business model for Twitter. You know, now you are paying for the social media service to get certain benefits within that social media app.
Oh yeah. It's like what, 30, 40 ringgit to get your blue ticks now, right? You can get verified and stuff.
And there were like rumors that Facebook
Sorry,
is
go on.
also like on that bandwagon. You know, and it's like very slowly we are all going to start paying for our social media, or at the very least paying for our social media to work fully. I wouldn't be surprised if like 2 years down the road, if I'm the free version of Instagram only allows me to post like 480p video, and I have to pay for me to post 1080p video or some shit like that.
Actually. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you start having to pay for likes like Tinder and stuff.
I mean, it can disrupt the business model for them also, because a large part of their revenue comes from ad revenue. So once you start to filter out people who can't afford social media, then you are cutting out a large demographic that can bring you revenue. So
Yeah. But most models nowadays are trying to aim for subscription based, and it's kind of working. Like YouTube premiums, like people who paying for YouTube premiums have like significantly gone up. Like the model seems to be working for a lot of people. So I don't see why they would slowly depend lesser on ads and start charging their users more, so that it's kind of like a blanket for them. But don't know lah. We'll see. But I can agree with you. I do see subscription becoming a big part of our lives now.
I mean, they are they're trying to target the niche of our generation who is slowly starting to develop a consistent income. So they know that you have money
Yeah,
coming in every month and money that you can put aside for this particular service every month. And they know you're gonna pay for it.
yeah,
They know you're like, oh, I don't want ads on my YouTube.
exactly. And when you've been like using Instagram since what else, 14, you have like a decade worth of like addiction to it already. You can't. I don't know how I can just go to being completely out of it. You can take a break, but I cannot see myself being out of touch. If I'm out of touch of Instagram, I'm out of touch with all my friends. I have cut all ties basically, because that's the like only way I still keep in touch with what they're doing or like what's happening.
The contrary, right? I'm slowly like distancing myself from social media, not even intentionally. It's just happening naturally. Is that's what adulting is like? Like I just don't have the time for it anymore, or like the mental space for it. Just to have to watch a post or see a post, then, and knowing that certain posts are going to make me insecure, and knowing that I have to actively consciously put energy into like telling myself, like, you're not fat, you're not fat, you're not fat. And it's just a tiring ordeal that I've kind of just sort of want to avoid over the recent years.
I think that for me was not Instagram, it was Twitter. Twitter made me want to like quit life like at one point. It was just, oh, it was bad. Twitter is a very toxic place. I went back like last week. I read a few and I'm like, I cannot do this. People have problems with everything. Like,
It's crazy. Recently, there was this whole few. Have you been been keeping up with our Tun Doctor M's tweets?
no, no, no. Please enlighten me.
Okay, I'm just gonna very quickly pull it up on my phone lah. It's better if you say
Yeah.
something in the meantime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think that's the thing, right? Currently, I'm pretty active on like Instagram, but as much as I like try to run away from the whole TikTok algorithm, no, I do not want to sit and watch these short, vertical format videos. I've just kind of been sucked into that loop using like YouTube Reels and Instagram instead, no? So it's kind of hypocritical now when I used to shit on people who TikTok because I'm just the mirrored version.
Never did we think. I mean, at least in my experience using social media, like from the year 2000s up to 2023, I don't think I ever expected myself to be so addicted to portrait portrait videos. You know, we were so obsessed with
Yeah,
taking
it's like
wide angle shots, etc., etc.
glance. And Wine got it right really early on. Just I would argue a bit too early, because if they came out 5 years later, my god.
It's almost as if, right, these people have had these plans in store for a long time, and I'm sure we have spoken about this in a previous episode in the past years, but
Yeah,
it's almost like they can predict human behavior and they know what we can latch on to as we age, as we
yeah,
progress
and
through
it's
time.
like your attention span keeps getting like shorter and shorter. They really feed into that, you know. Now sitting for like my ACCA lectures from 9 to 5 seems impossible to focus for more than like 10 minutes, you know. And I'm out of it. Like I cannot focus.
That's a thing that has been that I've observed in myself, is that I now have the capacity to have something playing on the TV, something playing on my laptop, something playing on my phone while I cook. And I need all three to be there while I cook. It's not I can't be scrolling on my IG reels, just scrolling on my IG reels. Something has to be playing on my computer and something has to be playing on the
Yeah,
TV.
yeah, yeah. It's weird, right? Because I can spend hours on reels, but not hours watching one content. It needs to be multiple things at once, like triggering. And then sometimes once a while you bump into the content that's like, hey, stop watching reels. This is really bad for you. Please put down your phone. And I'm like, okay, I will try.
How did that reel beat the algorithm and reach you?
Exactly, exactly. Oh man. Then there's some like 1 minute psychology hacks, which is like, okay, use this reel to like close your eyes, think about this, think about that, and like calm yourself down.
it it has become difficult for me to consciously consume. Like, I don't know what is important to me, what is really helpful to me, and what is just tricking me into me thinking it's helpful for me and spending more time, because the
Yeah.
goal for any reel is for me to spend as much time as possible looking at it, which is why like some reels have like a top half and a bottom half of different videos, and they make you rewatch
Yeah.
it so that you can see the bottom half. And this whole trend of
Oh.
of Reddit posts being read out while there's like Minecraft videos in the background, so you kind of
Oh,
like
dude,
watch
actually,
it
yeah,
twice
yeah, yeah.
because
And sometimes these Minecraft videos are wild what's happening on the screen, and then the story's even crazier than that, and I'm like, what's going on?
it's
Have
like
you seen the ones where they
this
drive the
person
car
is
up a
really
loop
good.
on the sky and fall?
Yeah, and then you like fly, you like spin, and then
Yeah.
like
Oh
you and
man.
I
Insane.
hate to break it to you, but you and I sound very old right now. Like all the Gen Zs listening to us are thinking we are old.
No, I think I want to believe that everybody feels this way. That they do understand that it is kind of an addiction. I mean, I can acknowledge it. I will still continue watching reels after this recording. Like, but it's just like what's happening, you know, like the trend that we're heading towards. God.
I kind of want to go into this whole Tun Dr. M tweet segment.
Yeah,
Before we dive into it, let's take a short break for our ads. Cue ad. So, guys, have you ever been driving back from work in a traffic jam in Petaling Jaya at 6 o'clock in the evening or sometimes 7 o'clock in the evening, and let me tell you, like, the cars are not moving, you are crawling. It's almost as if your tires are taking one foot right in front of the other. I have a solution for
you could
you.
walk faster.
Listen to this podcast while you're stuck in that traffic jam. Use your mind games against that traffic jam. Psych that traffic jam out. You now want that traffic jam so that you can listen to this podcast. Check out Levna Clock with Yuvern Jihan on any one of your platforms, be it Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube. We now have video too. Some of us have upgraded our camera setups and we look hella good. So make sure to check us out and share this podcast with your friends today, tomorrow, or even yesterday. Now back to the episode.
God damn.
Okay.
Actually, you went full Potterless on this.
Oh, it's been a while since I've.
That's how he does. Listen to this podcast.
Oh yeah. I guess that's where I got it from. It's been a while since I've listened to Potterless because ever since he ran out of like books and then movies and then plays, he's just like doing kind of sort of random things here and there. And he's also running other podcasts like
Yeah.
this NBA podcast or something.
Yeah, he's been throwing that in a lot.
So let's
Yes, let's get into Thun Mahathir.
as soon as you reach his profile, he was trending on Twitter Malaysia just a while back.
Wow.
And maybe I
It's
can like
amazing. A 97-year-old man is active on Twitter. And then we don't have to feel old, Jello. We really don't have to feel old.
I think I'm just going to screen record this so that I can like play it into this into our YouTube video as we're talking about it.
Perfect.
The first tweet in his thread, the first word in that thread, racism in all caps. Number 1, Anwar's government has ruled that the people must not talk about race and religion. Number 2, obviously this rule is directed at the Malays. This rule is in fact racist because it denies the rights of the Malays. Talking about multi-racialism and multi-religion is okay. It is okay because it is in favor of other races. This is also racist. Number 3.
This man is going Donald Trump, dude.
No one can deny that in this country the Malays are faced with many problems. It is obvious that if these problems are not tackled now, they will get worse. The government knows this. Its ban on the Malays discussing their problems and finding ways to overcome them is at best undemocratic and is anti-Malay. That again is racist. I don't know if I want to go on.
No, please. I feel like hit it like.
In that number 2, he basically says talking about multiracialism and multi-religion is racist. That is what he's kind of saying. Okay, number 4.
I feel like the.
Sorry,
go
go
on,
on.
please. I'll save my comments after. No, I'll save my.
Number 4. Actually, the government does not know what will be said at the gathering. Even the declaration does not blame other races. It blames Malay leaders who have been found guilty of stealing government money, money laundering, and corruption. Number 5. If the government is really against corruption, it should allow the public gathering to launch the declaration. I'm not sure what declaration he's referring to or which gathering he's referring to. He goes on about an anti-corruption campaign and ends his tweet thread with his name in all caps, Dr. Mahathir bin Mohamad, March 20, 2023. And shall I read some of these
Amazing.
replies?
Yes. Let's get into a couple and then we'll get to our comments.
Old man is at the edge of his chair, biting his nails. He knows his turn is next, so he desperately will do anything, including playing with racial and religious sentiments. When
Oh.
when Michelle Yeoh said, "Don't let anybody tell you you're past your prime," she didn't mean you.
Oh, yeah, I feel bad.
If you if you choose to be an actor instead of a politician, you would have been the first Asian and Malaysian to have won an Academy Award for Best Actor and not Tan Sri Michelle Yeoh. You suppressed any opposition all the time you were in power.
God damn. Ah.
I hope we don't get demonetized for talking about an
Yeah.
old politician, but that's the gist of what has been happening on Twitter. And there were a lot of people who have been tweeting things like, "Please go and rest soon. Please go to sleep." Like, "We are sorry you lost your deposit. We are sorry your nemesis is in charge of the country right now, but please stop. Someone take his phone from him."
I feel like it's in a gist, right? What he's trying to say is, if I'm Malay, I'm allowed. You're denying my rights if you tell me I cannot be racist, and that is just off the rails. Like,
It's the whole reverse racism thing, just like being spoken in a different language, right? Like he's basically saying
yeah,
that if you take away our privilege, you are racist. Or if you talk about taking away our
yeah.
privilege, then you are racist. I don't know what is the context and what is the narrative behind what his tweets were about. He was referring to some declaration about something, but I leave that digging to you because that's what you are best at. I'm just best at reacting and being dramatic. So
Yeah, no, I think completely agree. It's complete BS because I think to put it short and not to dive in too deep, right? Yes, people's lives are difficult. I wouldn't even want to categorize it as a race problem. It's a poverty problem. It's an economic problem. Race has nothing to do with this. There's disparity, but that's another thing. But in general, a lot of people are struggling. He is, as the first tweet says, just using racial sentiment to propagate and trend on Twitter so that he can continue to stay relevant. It's pretty plain simple. I think the people have gotten smarter, which is nice to see also. Which is nice.
I don't necessarily think the people have gotten smarter. I think people just tend to latch on to whatever they think is going to win. Always be on the winning team. And he has lost.
Yeah.
Like people no longer have faith in him, and I think that's just it. He
Yeah, and it's quite unfortunate, right? Because in like 2018 we were vouching for him because we thought, he was part of, we like really believed the agenda.
I
And
speak for
then
yourself.
okay, fine. I believed in the agenda. Oh well. Yeah.
To prevent being demonetized for talking about this, uh, let me ask you, what did you have for dinner today?
Yes, I had a very non-controversial serving of chicken breast and salad. It was made with my superior air fryer. Dude, I don't know how
Ah,
I lived life without an air fryer, dude.
you got an air fryer, dude.
And I tried it. I tried it. I tried your MACD hack. It works. The fries are resurrected. They are good.
For some context, in case our first episode never gets aired, so we recorded a pilot, but we are unsure about posting it. But Yuvan was basically telling me that he was planning on getting an air fryer, and I suggested deep frying his spicy chicken deluxe. It seems he has come through on it.
Yeah. Air frying.
Oh, right, sorry, no oil, no cholesterol.
I sound like a middle-aged auntie, dude, trying to promote this.
I feel like I'm also probably gonna get an air fryer, but you know what's my problem? I'm kind of always
Right.
always torn between getting an air fryer, getting a projector, getting a new monitor, getting a you know, there's always more things to
Yeah,
buy
yeah, yeah.
and never enough money to buy them all. So hey, welcome to adulthood,
Exactly.
guys. Welcome to my TED talk.
Yeah. Oh man. If this just become our first episode, which I think it should, because it's a nice bringing back to our this one. I just wanted to welcome all you guys back. It's nice. It's nice being back here. There's not much where I don't even think we need to dive back into why we took a break and stuff. Life just got in the way. we're we're just trying to make it in this world.
If you're on this platform, if you have been following us since our old Levna Clock days, welcome back. If you are new, this is what we do. We tell you we're going to talk about ChatGPT, but then we derail our topic for 25 minutes and talk about something else entirely. And you get to hop along the ride with us.
And that's the episode. Yeah. I like it. That's exactly how we like to build our structures. And I think it was fun. It was Tunem really carried the episode today for
Yeah,
us.
thanks.
Thank you for tweeting such entertaining.
Thank you for helping us get quality content. Thank you.
Yeah. And looks like now we know that if we can't find an episode idea, just jump on Twitter. Someone has to say something so bizarre.
Oh, actually, that's not entirely a bad idea. We might just use that
Yeah.
as our business model.
Do you remember back in the day when Twitter you can tweet privately to someone?
Wait, really?
You
can
can,
do
if
that?
you add them, that tweet is private to them. Yeah, only they can see it.
Oh, that explains a lot. So, like, I was watching Big Bang Theory recently, and in one of the episodes, like, someone says something along the lines of, "I'm going to tweet at him," but it didn't occur to me that he
Yeah.
literally means like he's sending him a private tweet or like tweeting at him, and
Yeah.
nobody else can see it.
Yeah. Small confession, when I was in high school, I private tweeted my crush at that time a bunch of like confessions, and till to this date there hasn't been a response on any of those.
Hey, you're waiting for your crush. I'm waiting for Haley Steinfeld to reply my DM. You know, we all got problems. You know.
Yeah, if you need context, Jian basically DM
No,
saying
no,
that she
we
is
will
the
not. We will
embodiment of-
not. We will not reveal what I said to Haley Steinfeld. I am sorry. Like, I have to hold a little bit of what dignity I have left. No, if y'all want to know what I said, come into my
Okay.
DMs and I'll tell you.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I will. You got me at the tip of my tongue.
Anyway,
This is fun.
as we are approaching the
Yeah.
end of our episode today, this is what we're gonna be doing. Yuvan and I barely get to see each other these days. We're both busy adults, and that's why we're doing this on a Tuesday night. So hop along with us. Hop along as we catch up with each other, and we hope to like hear from you guys. You know, come into our DMs, like send us some suggestions or what you wanna talk about or what you feel
Yeah.
about what we are talking about, and yeah. Over to you, and any final words?
No, I think exactly that. Just hop onto us, have the conversation. It's a way of keeping in touch, keeping in check, and having a nice, fun break from life. So join us, and I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Thank you so much, and I will catch you next week.
Thank you, and we hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.